The Seminoles are looking for speed on the offensive side of the ball moving forward. Florida State, Mike Norvell, making a lot of changes. When you go 2-10, things are going to be mandatory to have a full revamp, but more specifically on the offensive side of the ball. Mike went into the coaching staff, bringing in a new offensive coordinator with Gus Malzahn, also to Tim Harris Jr., Florida State's new wide receivers coach and passing game coordinator. And so these two new coaches are going to want to find personnel that they think fits best for this offensive scheme moving forward. And yes, they've been successful in the transfer portal. We've seen them do this so far with Deuce Robinson, Squirrel White, guys coming through the transfer portal with experience. But now you need to go to the high school level as well and bring in guys that they think that they can develop and get out there on the field and be playmakers. But in this video specifically, we're going to talk about a current SEC wide receiver commit that has some serious, ridiculous speed for such a young wide receiver. And this time it is Camden Capehart coming from Texas, locally guy there. The Seminoles just recently made an offer there. Austin Tucker, who is the assistant wide receivers coach, helping with that offer with Tim Harris Jr. as well. But so let's look at some of his stats before we jump into some of these times that he records and the track level. So let's go over here. Junior season, he had 56 receptions, 1,379 yards, and 25 touchdowns. So he knows how to find the end zone. And his year prior to that, too, he had 39 receptions, 1,022 yards, so another 1,000-plus season with receiving, and 17 touchdowns. So he can find the end zone. He can get yards as well. Also, too, in this last season, he led Winsboro High School to a 9-2 record and a deep playoff run. So let's go over to the track side of things because, man, this kid is fast. He won the Texas 3A 100-meter title with a time of 10.44 seconds. He qualified for regionals and the long jump as well. He had a personal best 100-meter time of 10.08 seconds. That's ridiculous. I ran track back in my day. I did not run 100 meters. There's just no way I was going to be able to catch any of these guys. But 10.08 is ridiculous at a high school level, and is really promising too once he hits the college level, that he can kind of get down there and cut off some of that time. He can get into the nines as well. But for comparison, current FSU running back Mekhi Danzy has a personal best 100-meter time of 10.61. Let me go back to the time that Capehart has at a 10.08. So this kid has some serious speed. I'm going to go all the way back to 2010 of May when Marvin Bracey, former FSU wide receiver and then world-class champion there in the pros as well. Marvin Bracey, he ran a 10.19 at his high school level during his days. So just putting it in perspective how fast this young kid is as well. I mean, you can see it on film too. I'll put up a video right now of him, but he'll burn you. And he's got some hands too, but he'll burn you. And he's definitely underestimated too about him. And you could just see it's not fun going against him if you aren't ready to face that kind of speed that he brings. What's his size? He's 5'8", 155, so definitely a smaller type of wide receiver as well, more of an explosive guy that you throw into the slot. But he's ranked as the number 128th wide receiver and number 101st recruit in Texas in the 2026 class by 247 Sports. He has a handful of other offers. Kenny Dillingham is interested in his talents as well. They've put out an offer from Arizona State, Cal, Marshall, UNLV, UTEP, UTSA, North Texas, and Sam Houston State. So Florida State, one of those bigger schools that are starting to get involved with his recruitment. His last visit, though, was with Mississippi State of fall of 2023, but does not have a prior visit to the Seminoles. It's probably expected, though, during this offseason that Florida State will get that visit here from Capehart, and will continue to follow that recruitment there, of course. But currently, the Seminoles hold 6 verbal commitments in the 2026 class, ranked number 7th nationally per 247 Sports. So doing a really good job there so far. And it also includes 2 4-star wide receivers with Ephraim White and Darion Williams. But like I had mentioned, I think the Seminoles are going to get Capehart into Tallahassee for a visit. This kid knows how to find the end zone. 25 touchdowns in the last season and 17 in the year prior as well. But this is someone who is a dual sport athlete too. He can run on the track. He's super, super quick. I mean, I'm really excited to see what he does at the college level on the track side of things. But still, nonetheless, the Seminoles offensively and what they need to do in the wide receiver room, they've got to find some guys that can take the top off of defenses and get downfield. And if Gus Malzahn, let's just say things go well for Mike Norvell and the Seminoles going into this 2025 season, Mike Norvell stays another year. You want to have where you could take a shot with the wide receiver deep. Definitely, you're going to have a heavy focus in your run game. But when you have to take those shots and take a deep shot, you want to have a speedy guy down there and that has some hands. But sure enough, look at the stat line and everything here. It's impressive. So we'll keep an eye on this. Currently still committed to Mississippi State, but we'll see how involved the Seminoles get here in this recruitment for this current SEC wide receiver commit. But if you enjoy these type of videos, hit the like button down below. We'll definitely appreciate it. Trying to do as many as we can throughout this off season. And then 2, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell right next to it too, because it will notify you if there's any kind of breaking news or if there's some type of videos like this that you would be interested in watching or listening. But until next time, thanks for viewing, and we'll see you in the next video.